What's up guys, it's Drac and this is a Falcon. So this is a Falcon that was built for me by the creator, links in the description box below, but I really wanted to share this design. It reminds me a lot of a desert pigeon, but very much more refined, very space age-esque. And as you can see, I'm pushing this battery tray up. It's wanting to slide just a little bit down. Normally this is very clean, it looks a lot like that, but this is a dual stage mag-fed handle half-length flywheel pistol, and it's crazy sweet. I don't know if you caught that, but that was smooth like polished silver. It's got a fully ambidextrous magazine release. You can tap it with your thumb like I just did there, but I also like ripping it like a charging handle from time to time. Now, it's all powered off of a 3S battery, which sits right in here, and this sandwiches up on there and holds it in place. That's all locked in through a metric screw here, and then you just hex that into place. Now they're all over this blaster. There's one here that sinks the switch into place. There's one here that holds the top cover in, and then there's a few that lock the upper and lower assemblies together. And those are all heat set in. You grab a soldering iron and you push them into the plastic, and that's so cool. Like, that's one of the most innovative things about this, belay the dual stage miniature FTW wheels. Like, I think that it's a really cool platform. But just the addition of heat set screw inserts, female screw threads that you can push in and then use to lock all of your hardware in is so much like cleaner and easier, and ultimately will last longer than things that like other 3D printed blasters do, such as the Caliburn, or the FDL, or even the Pigeon, where you're twisting screws into plastic, and there is a lifespan there for how many times you can thread PLA before eventually you just wear it out and strip it out with metal parts. So I think that that's really cool. Ultimately, you want to build it once and not have to do it again, but it's a ton of talking about it. Let's fire it real quick, and then we'll talk about what makes it tick. So a half trigger pull starts the revving process with an always open switch, and then full trigger pull engages the magazine and pushes one into the flywheel. So what powers this thing? Well, you can take a look inside here. I could take the whole top cover off, but instead it's a whole lot easier to just kind of show you. With a little peek there, there's dual FTW setups on honey badgers that have been overvolted, and that all fits in this one kind of area here that bulges out. Now, it's very space kind of and it's like, I think that it's a neo-futuristic sort of design. It reminds me of like a laser tag pistol or a zapper almost. Like, I really like the Falcon's clean lines, and it's got a unibody sort of construction with the upper lower that cinches together, and then just two covers for each of those parts that really makes it a solid construction. I think that it's just a very handsome piece of design work. It's got an ultra smooth trigger pull. The rev is clean, and by the time you've engaged that trigger all the way, you've definitely brought these up to speed. High RPMs overvolting them. How long they will last, I'm not entirely sure, but I had to showcase this. I had to show you the clever magazine release. I had to show you how comfortably that chamber's in there. It's got a great sort of fit for the magazine. The handle is a little bit large, but that's very comfortable. It's got plenty of room for any size hand. In fact, if your hand was really small, I think it would be far less comfortable, but I've got great grip on it. I really like it. It is oversized. It's a little bit bigger than the Desert Pigeon, so it's larger than a Deagle. If you're not a recoil junkie, like, that is serious hand cannon performance out of this thing. But with dual stage flywheels and a really easy to print shell, you will need a larger printer. I know that two of these pieces, the lower, which is the grip essentially, and then the top slide, will not fit on a Prusa Mark III. So you need something that's capable of getting those mad ups in printer world to get this thing completely cranked out. But I'm building a couple of custom ones on my Twitch right now because I'm absolutely in love with this platform. And I'm really hoping that they're compatible with these funky new flywheels. It just showed up at my P.O. box today, but I'll talk more about that on Twitch later on. I don't know a whole lot about those yet. I'm trying to get more information off of the gram, but right now we've got this Falcon, and we had to talk about it. We had to show it off. It's got a slick signature on the bottom, Falcon here, and then everything else is just ultra clean aesthetic, which means there's plenty of room for you to Tinkercad your own logos and sayings onto it, but absolutely love the ergonomics of it. Go ahead and put some chronograph numbers here, and here with an average of So solid contender, especially when you consider that sidearm form factor. Like very cool. Did I just shoot the head off of one of those? Those micro wheels with high crush are not forgiving, guys, but it would still count as a hit in an SC&C war. Anyway, that is the Falcon. Huge thanks to the designer for sending over one. His trigger pull is much nicer than the one that I've been working on over at my Twitch. Absolutely love it. Plus it's in Drac colors. It's a smooth shooter. So huge thank you for sending this over so that I can make this video. I will direct people to the file set along with a complete hardware list in the description box below, and you can build your own, or if anybody is building these completely made, I will link to whatever platform he wants me to, but I've got to message him and ask him what that is. So links in the description box below. That's the Falcon. I'm gonna float on out of here with it and take it into battle. First, I gotta find a holster solution for it. I bet my Deagle holster would fit. Much love, Nerf, Drac out.